Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. In this one, I will discuss today's mini update in Modern Warfare and go over what we can expect to see later this week in MW. So, as many of you guys are aware, earlier today at the time you're recording this video, we received a miniature update in MW, being approximately 100 megabytes in size, and the patch did go live on all platforms. And interestingly enough, this patch includes weapon tuning, something that was absent in update 1.24, the update which brought in Season 5 back on August 5th. Alongside this, Infinity Ward has given us some insight as to what we can expect to see later this week in terms of playlists and much more. Now before we dive right into all of that, be sure to leave a like on today's video if you haven't already, as well as subscribe with post notifications turned on so you won't miss any new content going live on the channel. So with all that said, let's dive right into it. Firstly, we got some general fixes to the overall game, including a glitch where explosive rounds on the Rytech AMR sniper rifle could be equipped in CDL matches, alongside a fix for an error players could receive when opening the weapon armory, and a fix for an exploit in the shooting range trial, which if you guys weren't aware, there was a glitch going on where if you went into the shooting range trial, you can actually glitch to level 155, and of course with today's patch, we did end up getting a fix to this exploit. So now let's get into the real meat and potatoes of this patch, and that's the weapon tuning. Now, I'm sure most of you guys are aware that the FAL and Bruen are easily the most prominent and frankly overused weapons in multiplayer and Warzone, and interestingly enough, both weapons did end up getting changed with today's update. Starting off, the FAL's headshot damage was increased, being a 2-hit at range with 1 headshot, and the near damage was also reduced, being that limbs and lower torso will always be a 3-shot. Now of course, when Infinity Ward puts the words increased and FAL in the same sentence, players were naturally concerned, and this change could be misinterpreted as a buff. However, it's more of a rework, which to quote Pro Reborn, a fellow Call of Duty YouTuber whose link will be down below in the description, so make sure you check him out, he stated that Infinity Ward is likely trying to rebalance the weapon, keeping the one-shot kill headshot potential, however lowering the spam potential of this weapon, which I'm pretty sure this has happened to most of you guys, where if you're using the FAL and you're in a very close range engagement, you can just spray the weapon and you don't even have to aim, and it is very likely that you could get a one-shot kill headshot on the opponent that you're fighting, which is quite frankly the most broken aspect of the FAL, so hopefully today's update can really minimize that from happening. Furthermore, the Holger 26 DLC light machine gun did receive a buff, increasing the overall damage range and ADS speed, which quite frankly, the Holger has always been an underrated light machine gun ever since it was added into the game with the battle pass of Season 1, so hopefully after this buff, more people will use the weapon. Moving on, the Bruen MK9 light machine gun did get its damage range nerf, making the weapon a little less potent at those longer ranges. However, similar to the Grop 556 assault rifle after its nerf, the Bruen will still be a very viable weapon in Warzone multiplayer, however, it just will be a little less potent at those medium to longer ranges, which if you guys ever played Modern Warfare, especially Warzone, you will know that the Bruen is an absolute laser beam, and to be completely honest, the Bruen is probably the best sniper rifle in the current state of Warzone, so luckily enough, today's update did change that. Continuing on, yet another light machine gun got tweaked with today's update, being the M91. Overall, the M91 is kind of an underpowered light machine gun compared to others such as the Bruen MK9, but today's update did increase the near damage and ADS speed, hopefully making this weapon a little more competitive in multiplayer and Warzone. Furthermore, today's patch also updated the playlist in MW. Starting with multiplayer, they added in Gunfight 3v3 blueprints only, as well as the bare bones mosh pit, hardcore TDM, and kill confirmed, and in Warzone, they removed plunder blood money and added in plunder quads. Alongside this, we also know the infamous shoot the ship playlist will be returning this week at some point. Now considering that the Modern Warfare free multiplayer access weekend ends tomorrow on August 12th, I would assume that shoot the ship will replace the weekend warfare playlist which is currently in the game. So yeah guys, that's gonna effectively wrap up today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you found it useful, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like on it down below, as well as make sure to subscribe for more Modern Warfare, Warzone, as well as COD 2020 news. So with all that said, I've been your host, Deeper Jungle. I hope to see you in the next one.